All right, good evening, and welcome to Vikings Football live from Townsend, Montana. Fandrich Field here at Townsend, Montana. Get underway. Class B action between the Bigfork Vikings tonight taking on the Townsend Bulldogs from Townsend, Montana. Introducing the Vikings right now. We'll get to the defensive starters for the Vikings and the offensive starters for Townsend momentarily. Townsend comes to this game 3-2. They had 2 losses, lost to Manhattan and also to Big Timber, but were able to beat Whitehall last week. So they are 3-2 on the season. The Vikings are ranked number 1 in the state, 5-0. They had last week off after beating Thompson Falls in conference action. So they're going to go out of conference and take on the Bulldogs tonight. And this is James LaFontaine with you, the voice of the Vikings and the Owls from Townsend, Montana. Let's get the starters. First of all, the offensive starters for Townsend. Their wide receiver, number 2, Aaron Geyser, a 6'1", 160-pound sophomore. At wingback, a 5'10" senior, 166, number 3, Cameron Rouser. The wide receiver, and a freshman, 6', 148, number 7, Gavin Vandenaker. The quarterback is Tyson Rock, number 18, senior, 5'11", 162. Hunter Dobbs is a 6' junior, 165-pound running back, number 21. Also a running back, a 5'8", 188-pound senior, number 45, Hunter Harold. On the offensive line, number 51, a 5'9", 175-pound sophomore. Also on the O-line, big boy at 242 pounds, 5'10", senior, number 54, Jace Reddick. A 5'11" junior, 206 pounds on the offensive line, number 55, Nate Hill. Also on the O-line, rounding out the O-line, 5'11", 195 senior, number 68, Justin Denton. And a 225-pound junior, 6'2", number 72, Jaden Lamb. And the Bulldogs are led by their head coach, Travis Rao, assisted by Joe Horn, David Lawson, Josh Leonard, Michael Schnittigan, and Justin Sell, and Lee Van Zee. For the Vikings, their defensive starters tonight. At defensive back, 5'11", senior, number 170, number 3, Luke Schmidt. At the DN, weighing 186, 6'2", senior, number 6, Brady Thornton, has had a heck of a game the last few weeks, actually all season. At defensive back, safety, 185-pound, 5'10", senior, number 10, Randy Stoltz. At the other defensive back, Clayton Reichenbach, a 6'1", 165-pound senior, number 17. At safety, at 6'2", senior, 170 pounds, the twin brother, number 21, Colton Reichenbach. At the outside linebacker, 5'11", junior, 150 pounds, number 24, Keenan LaFontaine. Also at linebacker, the outside linebacker. On the other side is Luke Taylor, a 5'6", 165-pound senior, number 37. In the middle at linebacker, 6'3", 200-pound senior, number 51, Logan Gilliard. And on the line, defensive line, we have a 6'2", 290-pound senior, number 74, Brody Lamar, and 220-pound, 6' junior on the D-line, number 79, Chase Pacheco. That rounds out the Viking starters on defense. Of course, you know Todd Emsley's the head coach. Epperly, Jim Epperly, John Little, Ed Buttry, Sayi Amisa, Pat Munson standing next to me, and Connor Coleman. We got the national anthem out of the way and introductions are done. Now the captains are going to go out and meet at midfield for the coin toss. We'll get that here momentarily. Looks like Cameron Rouser, number 3, senior for Townsend. Number 18, Tyson Rock, 5'11", senior. Hunter Harrell, number 45, a senior. And number 54, Jace Reddick, also a senior. The Townsend captains tonight. Out in the middle, it's all the seniors again for the Vikings, but out in the middle, we got Brody Lamar, Logan Gilliard, Randy Stoltz, and Anders Epperly. We'll see who gets the toss. They're talking, making the decisions. Referee, we'll hear momentarily as a coin toss, and looks like the choice is Bigfork. They have won the toss, and in the past games when they win the toss, they usually defer. And they're going to defer just like usual. They want the ball the second half. Some coaches like that. I know Bigfork likes that here, so Epperly wins the toss, and they're going to kick off to start this ball game. As the Vikings defer to the second half, will kick, heading left to right on the dial. Townsend will head right to left, and they'll go back deep to receive as the players come off to get their helmets to get underway here momentarily in Townsend, Montana. 406-270-7384. Give me a text and let me know that you can hear me out there. I'm on top of the yellow school bus with Coach Munson here, broadcasting the game live from Townsend. Just give me a text, 270-7384. Area code is 406. Let me know you're listening out there. Didn't know if we're going to get to broadcast the game. They told us there was no room, so we made room on the bus, got some power out of the school, and no place I'd rather be than up here with Coach Munson broadcasting the game. Yep, looks back deep for Townsend. It'll be number 3, Cameron Rouser, and number 44, Hunter Harold, to receive for the Bulldogs. And kicking off for the Vikings, it'll be number 22, Nick Smentana. As we get underway from Townsend, Montana. Pretty much on schedule. Blows the whistle. Smentana's ready. Here goes the Vikings, and the kick is deep. Inside the 15, and check that, number 14, Easton Held catches it, but falls down immediately, and it's down inside the 20, down inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs of Townsend. So Bigfork stout defense, another test, a really good school. They're actually ranked in the top 5 until they lost that first game to Manhattan, then they lost the next week to Big Timber, and then last week were able to beat Whitehall. So first snap, I formation, single back, trips on the right, a single receiver on the left. And the snap as the fly sweep fakes it, inside handoff to the running back, and met right there by the Vikings. Randy Stoltz in on the tackle. Looks like Logan Geared as well. And I believe Hunter Dobbs had the carry there. He'll get it. He's actually going to lose 2, and 2nd and 12. Shotgun, single back next to him, trips to the right, singles receiver to the left, hands off to the fullback right up the middle. And Hunter Dobbs on the carry. LaFontaine reaches out but misses him, and Logan Gilliard gets the tackle as he takes him down. Out across the 20. We'll call it right at the 20-yard line. And 3rd down and 3 for Townsend.
He was there.
He's got it.
He slid out first.
Shotgun formation, trips right, single receiver left, one back in the backfield. Quarterback's going to take it back, goes to throw it out the flat, drops it in over the linebacker, and complete to number 45, Hunter Harold, up to the 30-yard line. He'll pick up 10. And that'll be the Bulldogs' first down of the ball game. As the quarterback, Rock, rolls out to the right, fakes the handoff, and throws it out on the seam route to the fullback. Doubles, 2 receivers on each side, single setback, shotgun formation. The snap, and a keeper by the quarterback, Rock. Jimmy Abney in on the tackle, takes him down just across the 30, about the 31-yard line, and a pickup of 1. We'll call it second down and 9 for Townsend. 406-270-7384. Let me know if you're listening. We'll call it second and 8. Got to the 32. Trips to the left. Single receiver to the right. Snap by the quarterback. Quick out to the wide receiver on the screen. And up the sideline, complete, is number 3, Cameron Rouser. A good back, a wide receiver screen, and a touchdown of 68 yards by the Townsend Bulldogs. Well, they threw that wide receiver screen. They had 2 other receivers in the trip set out there. They were able to block the corner. The corner didn't get outside, and Rouser was able to get up the sideline. Number 55, Nate Hill, on for the extra point try for Townsend. Low, and just makes it over the crossbar, is good. 9:25 to go here in quarter number 1, and the Vikes trail 7-0 as the Bulldogs score on their opening drive to take the lead. The Vikings are getting ready to receive the kickoff and go on offense and see if they can answer the Bulldogs. Well, am I going to knock a little rust off the Vikings? They had last week off, so sometimes that'll mess up your timing. Bulldogs able to take advantage of that. Looks like number 68, Justin Denton, will kick off for Townsend. Back deep to receive. You got Randy Stoltz at the 5, at the 10. You got Luke Schmidt, Kanan LaFontaine to receive for Bigfork. Once again, 406-270-7384. Listening in Renton, Washington. Yep. Sounds like my in-laws and my wife listening over there in Renton, Washington. Going to visit my oldest son. Here comes the kickoff from Denton. He'll kick it deep. And Luke Schmidt will grab it at the 10-yard line. He's going to go right up the middle. It breaks it through up to the middle. He's got a breakaway. He's going to get to the outside. Nearly breaks it to the outside, across the 40, out to the 43-yard line. So a 33-yard return by Luke Schmidt. He catches it on the left side of the 10, breaks it up the middle, breaks out to the right side, and across the 40 to the 43. Actually, they're going to mark it at the 42, so a 32-yard return by Luke Schmidt. And the Vikings will go on offense for the first time with a first down at their own 42-yard line. Receivers to the right, one to the left, split backs. Epperly, snap, shotgun, gets it out to Schmidt on the wide receiver screen. And looks like he's going to receive for no gain on that snap. That snap was high. Epperly had to off his hands and reach up and grab it as it bounced off and nearly got away from him. But the good hands of Epperly, the point guard that he is, able to corral it. No gain, second and 10. Trips to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Shotgun formation for Epperly. Takes the snap. Gets it out to Stoltz on the screen. On the far side, up to left. Takes it across the 45. And they're going to mark it at the 40, about the 46-yard line. And we'll call it a gain of 4. Third down and 6 for Bigfork at their own 46-yard line. Nice play there. Clayton Reichenbach with a nice block on the far side on the screen to Stoltz. Trip receivers to the left. Wide is Schmidt. Single setback. Epperly in the shotgun. Epperly rolls right. Throws it deep. Finds Schmidt up across the 50. Now down the sideline, and he's going to step out of bounds inside of Bulldog territory at about the 40-yard line. And a nice play there. He had Luke Taylor underneath. He had Brady Thorness over the middle, and then Schmidt ran that out route underneath up to the 40 of the Bulldogs, and 1st and 10. 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left, split backs. Epperly in the shotgun, hands it off to Stoltz. Stoltz takes it across the 40 and met there at the 41, and nearly losing the handle on the ball. Just across the 40, pick up about a half a yard, about a second and a very long 9 for the Vikings. Thorness and Schmidt to the left. Clayton Reichenbach to the right. Epperly in the shotgun. Taylor, Stoltz, split backs. Throws it out. Over on the left side. Luke Schmidt takes it across down near the 30-yard line. And we'll see where they spot it. They looks like I spotted just short of the 30-yard line. They needed to get the 30 to get a first down. Maybe they'll measure that 3rd and inches. We'll call it less than 1 for a first down for Bigfork. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Single set back by Taylor. Stoltz in motion. Epperly in the shotgun. Epperly's going to keep it. Runs it right up the middle across the 30. He's going to get enough for the first down on the quarterback keeper by Epperly. They're going to mark it at the 29-yard line and a 1st and 10 for Bigfork. Luke Schmidt bringing the play in from the sideline. And it looks like Bigfork couldn't get the play quite right and called in the huddle, so breaking out late. So Coach Emsley's going to take a timeout and get them settled down here in Townsend. 6:32 to go here in the first quarter. The Vikings trail 7-0, and their first opportunity on offense. They're driving it right down the field. Well, Bigfork ready to go here as Emsley will come back to the sidelines, and the managers, Hattie Emsley, as well as Heidi Schneller, come back. Emsley off the trips to the right, 1 single receiver to the left. Emsley in shotgun formation, Stoltz right next to him on a first down. Epperly rolls, throws it deep. He has Luke Schmidt out there, and no flag. Unbelievable. Finally, there's a flag as pass intended right on the goal line for Luke Schmidt. It looked like the defensive back, number 7, Gavin Vandenaker, didn't even look back for the ball, and it's going to be a defensive pass interference, I believe, called on the Bulldogs. As they tried to go deep early, they will take advantage of it. So it is defensive pass interference, excuse me, on Townsend right at the goal line, but in high school football, it should be a 15-yard penalty. And it will take them inside the 20. So half the distance to the goal, right at the 16-yard line, and 1st and 10 for Bigfork at the Townsend 16-yard line. Single receiver, Clayton Reichenbach to the left. Schmidt to the right. In motion is Thorness. I formation. Hands it up the middle. Fumble on the play by Luke Taylor, but looks like Epperly saw that. No, check that. That is Brady Thorness who came up with the recovery inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line, as that little counter play fakes it to Stoltz, hands off to Taylor, pops right out, but Thorness goes and recovers it, and it's 2nd and about 6. Stoltz, toss out to the right, running up the right sideline, getting down near the goal line. Let's see the signal. He's right there on the goal line. He'll pick up about 9 and 1st and 10 as Epperly tosses it to Randy Stoltz. Stoltz takes it to the right side, runs it up through the defense, and takes it. They'll mark it at the 1-yard line, and 1st and goal for Bigfork at the Townsend 1-yard line. So a good answer by Bigfork, able to take the ball and drive it down. Started key by that punt or kick return by Luke Schmidt. High formation, Epperly right up the middle, got a quarterback keeper, and they're not going to. 68. Jaden Lamb and Justin Denton up the middle, stop him, as Epperly will get no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. Schmidt to bring the play in for the Vikings. Single receiver, check that. Stoltz and Clayton right, to the right. Thorness, Taylor, and Schmidt to the left. Epperly in shotgun formation. Snap on the way. Epperly rolls left, looking. Oh, he has Luke Schmidt in the corner, but can't quite make the pass complete as he throws it incomplete to Luke Schmidt, just out of his outstretched hands. For Schmidt, and incomplete, and 3rd and 1. For Bigfork. So 3rd down and goal for the 1-yard line. Digley, Thorness, out to the right. LaFontaine in the slot. Reichenbach, LaFontaine in motion. Taylor next to Randy Stoltz on the Wildcat, or the Viking, as you see. Looks like he got across the goal line, but no signal. He's stopped right at the 1-inch line is Randy Stoltz on the Viking, or sometimes we refer as the Wildcat. Epperly back in the ball game in 4th and goal from the half-yard line, so maybe 6 inches. And Epperly will go under center. Gilliard in the backfield with Taylor. Stoltz deep. Taylor goes in motion to the right. They're going to hand it off to Stoltz. Stoltz is going to cross the goal line. Out to the right side. Touchdown, Vikings! Randy Stoltz will give him 1 yard and the touchdown. As Logan Gilliard, the power formation, comes in the ball game. Taylor goes in motion, gets out in front, and a nice block, a good answer to that opening touchdown by Townsend. That'll bring on Jacob Hurd for the extra point try for Bigfork. Schmidt to hold, Gilliard, the snap, up, booms it right through the middle. And 4:05 to go here in the first quarter. The Vikings tie it up 7-7. And we'll kick off momentarily. I think the biggest key right there was Luke Schmidt. That 32-yard kickoff return that put the Vikings in good field position, and the Vikings be able to come up with key plays on 3rd down, and then that 4th down play to make the touchdown. So we're tied at 7. And the Vikings defense will go back on momentarily. They're going to kick off to Townsend. And back deep for the Bulldogs. Number 14, Easton Held, a junior. And the far side, Cameron Rouser, a speedster. He's a state track star for Townsend. Up in the middle, Hunter Dobbs, running back as well. He's up at the 20. Those other two are back around the 5-yard line. And number 22, Nick Smantana, will kick off for the Vikings. With 4:05 to go here in the first quarter. The Vikings are ready to go. Waiting for the whistle from the official. And Smantana on the way in his kick. He kicks it high and deep around the 15-yard line. This time he doesn't fall down. 14. Levi Taylor gets the tackle and brought back by number 14, Easton Held. He'll take it out to the 28-yard line, so about a 13-yard return. Not giving up that big return are the Vikes. They'll go on defense. Set to stop. They got to stop this offense of Townsend. And Townsend will go trips to the left, single receivers to the right, one single back, the quarterback in the shotgun. And the snap on the way. He hands it off to 21. Brought immediately down there by a Viking. And that is Brady Thorness on the far side running down. Hunter Dobbs. He's going to lose on the play. Yeah, Thorness takes him for a loss. Back around the 26. He'll lose 2. We'll call it 2nd and 12 for Townsend. And they'll go trips again to the left. A single receiver out right. Single back right next to the quarterback in the shotgun. And a snap. Trying to get it out. There's the quarterback on the run. Going to run the ball. And met there by the Vikes. Kaden LaFontaine comes in along with Chase Pacheco on the stop. LaFontaine up from his linebacker spot. He gains it out to the 30-yard line. So a gain of 4 and 3rd down and 8 for the Bulldogs. Their quarterback, Tyson Rock, was trying to throw but couldn't. And they had tuck it and go. Shotgun formation, single back. 2 receivers to either side. Back to pass. Thorness rolling, got him. Going to be picked off by Randy Stoltz at the 46-yard line. And Randy sits back. And they're going to say it was out of bounds on the far side. I can't believe that. He stood back there like a center fielder catching a baseball. And just stood there while the pass came down and floated down right into his arms. And they're going to call it out of bounds. So 4th and 8 for Townsend. Stoltz and Schmidt back deep to receive. And I can't quite see who the number is on the punter for Townsend. I'll get that for you momentarily. He's standing at his own 20. Punts it. Gets it off. Get out of the way. Luke Schmidt picks it up around the 32-yard line and thrown back by Rouser. But Schmidt wasn't going to let that ball roll any farther as it bounced a couple times. He decides to pick it up. Yeah, they marked it. The forward progress should be about the 30. They're going to mark it at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for Bigfork. So the Vikings get their first stop. We're able to make Townsend punt, although it seemed like an interception there by Randy Stoltz. They call that one out of bounds. We'll move on. 1st and 10 for the 29. Single receivers left and right. Thorness in motion. Split backs. They're going to throw out to Schmidt. Schmidt breaks it out to the right. He's going to break it. He goes all the way out. Randy Stoltz out to block early. Brought down from behind and slammed down there by number 72. Jaden Lamb, a defensive lineman, as Schmidt gets it on the left side on the screen, takes it across the middle, breaks it across the right side, crosses the 50, down to the 48, maybe 47-yard line, and 1st and 10 for the Vikes as timeout is taken, an injury timeout to one of the Townsend Bulldogs. That's number 45, Tyson Harold, their starting running back and linebacker, down on the play. As the Townsend coach, Travis Rao, will come over to take a look at his player. And Epperly, along with Ed Buttry out there, also checking on it to make sure that's good sportsmanship. We're on the Vikings sideline, and the coaches go out to check on him first and help him up. And they'll have to be helped off the field. I don't know if that's a cramp or it looks like maybe his left leg, an injury right there on that play. But a nice play there as Epperly drops back and split back, completes it out to Schmidt. And Schmidt takes it up, breaks one tackle, breaks across the middle, and then Stoltz came over to make a block. And then Luke looked like he had a chance to break it all the way, but that 72, he's a quick guy, came across and made the tackle for Townsend. And that'll be 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Reichenbach left, Reichenbach right side as receivers. Epperly, split backs, Taylor and Stoltz. Thorness in the slot. Epperly will go under center. And play is going to resume. Epperly tosses it out to Stoltz. Stoltz off the left side. Going to run. Nice block there by Clayton Reichenbach. Randy Stoltz takes it across the 40 down to the 35 on the far side. And number 50, Spencer Olson, makes a tackle for Townsend. He runs him out of bounds inside the 40, actually inside the 35. They're going to mark it at the 33-yard line. And a 1st and 10 for Bigfork inside Townsend territory with 1:49 and counting here in the first quarter. Clayton Reichenbach out to the left. Under center, I formation. Pass going out deep. Brady Thorness, just out of his hands as Thorness lined up outside on the right side, and Epperly just out of the fingertips. Brady Thorness around the 10-yard line. A great effort there by Brady. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Vikings. Trips to the right. Tight end, shotgun, single back. Epperly takes the snap, looks for Stoltz. Epperly's going to run it up there, quarterback option. He read it and took it down near the 31-yard line. I was looking to see what the defensive end did and either pitch to Stoltz or keep it. He decides to keep it, and he'll pick up 3. And we'll call it 3rd and 7 for Bigfork. Winding down to about 1 minute left here in the first quarter. Thorness out wide right. Schmidt and Taylor inside of a single receiver left. Stoltz in the slot. Receiver off to Luke Schmidt. Luke Schmidt trying to cut. Slides down, but he's going to take it down near the 20, and I believe that's going to be enough for 1st down. We'll see where they mark that. They're going to mark it about the 22-yard line. And 1st and 10 for Bigfork inside the Bulldog territory at the 22-yard line as the play comes in to Epperly. So it looks like some new wrinkles put in by Coach Emsley this week, something Townsend hasn't seen, so catch them off guard a little bit. Got to do that as a coach, keep them on their toes. 2 receivers to the left, trips to the right, Epperly in the shotgun. Snap on the way. Epperly rolls to the right, looking for somebody, looking deep. He finds on the backside Luke Schmidt, and it is picked off in the middle. About Cameron Rouser makes the interception, pass intended, as he throws back across, and Rouser, the safety, steps in front of Luke Schmidt, makes the interception, but Schmidt able to get the tackle right at the 10-yard line, and 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 10-yard line. Single receiver left, trips to the right, single setback, and in the quarterback shotgun. Stoltz take down the quarterback along with Taylor, stops him just short of the 20-yard line. And that'll bring up enough for a 1st down at the 20. And 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Bulldogs.
That looks like it's going to do it for your first quarter. Your score,
Yeah, that'll be the end of the first quarter, and we're tied at 7 from Townsend, Montana. as the Vikings were able to answer that opening drive with their own opening drive, and we're tied at 7. I'll be back in about 30 seconds. All right, we're back here at the second quarter to start, and they'll switch ends. So Townsend will be heading left to right, and the Vikings, as Townsend goes in shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left, 2 set back, a new set, single receiver to the right, shotgun. Snap to Rock, hands it off to 21, met there by Mac McKenzie, along with number 10, Randy Stoltz. He gets it across the 20.
Number 33.
Mac Mischke on the tackle along with Stoltz out to the 23-yard line, and 2nd and 7 for Townsend. Townsend goes that same set, 2 receivers out to the left, a single receiver to the right, and delay of game is going to be called on Townsend. You could see the guy, the back judge, just flailing his arms like counting down. And that's going to cost Townsend 5 yards as a delay of game. They're going to wave it off and say that Townsend called a timeout. Must have been on the sideline because it wasn't one of the players. The coach must have called it because Townsend will take a timeout the first half, so it doesn't cost them 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Bulldogs with the Vikings on defense. See if they get another stop. They had that stop earlier. We thought we had an interception on the far side. They said he was out of bounds. I can't see over there. And then we drive it all the way down and rolling to the right. Didn't have anybody open, but we tried to throw back across to Luke Schmidt, and their safety read that. Rouser, who's a state track star for Townsend, makes the interception for the Bulldogs. All right, timeout is over. Single set receiver, to the left, 2 to the right, and 2 backs. 1 set behind the quarterback in shotgun. A little different formation. And the quarterback's going to keep it and brought out. He's going to throw it deep. And Clayton Reichenbach makes the interception.
I think they're saying he's in.
Yes, he does. The side judge points it on the ground. Looked like Clayton Reichenbach on the far side made the interception. I'm not sure what the call was. Said he was out of bounds. So that's 2 over there. I can't see the sideline over there. Looked like he made a nice adjustment as I tried to go deep to Rouser. And Reichenbach right there. So incomplete, 3rd and 7. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right, single back behind the quarterback in shotgun. Watch out, he's going to pressure going to come from behind. Travis, pressure on him, and he has to throw it out of bounds. Does Rock up the right side, pass intended there for number 7, Gavin Vandenaker, as Tyson Rock, pressure on there by Thorness. Makes him throw it out of bounds, 4th and 7. Inside their 25 at the 23-yard line. Schmidt and Stoltz drop back deep. And 21. Hunter Dobbs will punt for the Bulldogs. Snap on the way, a little wide right, gets the punt off, and deep. And it's going to roll. And Randy gets out of the way smartly, and inside the 35 at the 34-yard line as Townsend will down it right there, and that'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Vikings with 10:50 to go here till halftime. Well, the Vikings are able to run the ball. They're able to throw the ball, move it right down the field. We just got to take care of it and punch it in to take the lead. We'll see what happens right here on this first play by Coach Emsley. Single receiver to the left, single to the right. I formation, Epperly under center. Thornus in motion, the tight end. Tosses it out to Stoltz. Stoltz getting out the left side. Lead block there. Stoltz up the left side. Takes it across the 50 and brought down there by number 2, Aaron Geyser, as Epperly will cross the 50 down to about the 49-yard line. And we're into Townsend territory and a 1st and 10 for Bigfork right at the 49-yard line. Luke Taylor gets out there and sets a nice block, sets the edge for Stoltz to get around the corner. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. LaFontaine next to Epperly in shotgun as he's into the ball game. Epperly barking out instructions. LaFontaine back to pass, got it down the seam route. Oh, nice play, nice shot. Hits Randy Stoltz right down the seam as he was in the slot, and as immediately Stoltz was hit and pinned the ball right to his chest, catches it right at the 25-yard line, just inside the 25. We'll call it at the 24, and we'll pick up of 25 for the Vikings, and a nice pass by Epperly to Stoltz behind the linebacker and just in front of the safety, complete for the 1st down. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Stoltz next. Fakes it to LaFontaine, gives it to Stoltz. Stoltz right up the middle. Touchdown, Vikings! LaFontaine goes in motion on the fly sweep. Epperly fakes it to him, gives it to Stoltz. Stoltz up the left side and runs it right up the right side in for the touchdown from 24 yards out. And the Vikings take the lead with 9:44 to go. Jacob Hurd on for the extra point try for Bigfork. His kick is up. He booms that up and good across into the track. That would have been good from 40 yards. Jacob Hurd's extra point with 9:44 to go here in the second half. The Vikings take the lead 14-7. We'll be back momentarily with your kickoff by the Vikings. All right, welcome back to Townsend, Montana, and Fandrich Field as the Vikings are taking on the Townsend Bulldogs in Class B action. Nick Montana ready to kick off from the 40. Back deep, number 14, Easton Held. And number 3, Cameron Rouser to receive for Townsend. And here comes Smentana with the kickoff. He's going to boom it deep to the left side. He's going to set up a wedge there. Tries to bring it up. Rouser with the tackle. In on the tackle. LaFontaine gets in on the tackle. It looked like number 60, Luke Benson as well.
Bulldogs take over 1st and 10 on their own 38-yard line.
They return it out to the we'll call it the 38-yard line of Townsend, and 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from their own 38-yard line. Trips going to be to the right, single receiver to the left, shotgun formation, one running back right next to the quarterback, Rock. Rock hands it off, fakes it, and Rock has the ball and brought down, tackled immediately by LaFontaine about the 40-yard line. The linebacker stayed at home and was able to hold Rock to a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 8 for Townsend. All right, Townsend going in their set. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left, single back, shotgun formation is Rock. Rock with the snap, fakes the head off, whistle blows. And it looks like it'll be preliminary indication against Bigfork. And, well, I can see why the Vikings, well, one guy was marking it off against Townsend, which I didn't understand, and it was defensive encroachment as we jumped on the far side. The defensive end on that far side jumped, and we'll call it 2nd down and 4 for Townsend at their own 44-yard line. They're going to go 2 receivers to the right, 2 slot receivers to the left. Quarterback keeper is Rock. Thornus will grab him, but takes him down about the 50-yard line. And he'll pick up 6. Brady Thornus on the tackle for the Vikings. Right at the 50-yard line, so right at midfield. As the quarterback Rock sticks it in the belly of 21 Hunter Dobbs, but takes it back out and runs it himself. Rock, a 5'11", 162-pound senior for Townsend. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, single back, shotgun formation. And he slips down to his Rock, and Logan Gilliard couldn't hold up. Met him, will get a loss of about 3 all the way back, to about the 47-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 13 for Bigfork. As Gilliard was right there, Rock tried to make a cut and slipped. This field was a little bit wet. Looks like they had some weather in here and also watered it, so it might be a little slippery tonight. Trips to the right for Townsend. Single receiver to the left. Shotgun formation, single back right next to the quarterback on the right side. Rock takes it, fades back. Thorne is trying to get there, gets double teamed. Picked off by Colton Reichenbach and takes it into Townsend territory as Reichenbach, the safety, reads the play as Rock rolls to the right. Picks it off near inside about the 42-yard line of us, Bigfork, and returns it all the way to the 40-yard line of Townsend. Nearly a 20-yard return on that interception return by Colton Reichenbach, who read that perfectly. So the Vikings will go on offense. 1st and 10, split backs. We have trips to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Epperly under center, takes the snap, gives it to Taylor. Randy on the reverse. Stoltz up the right sideline, takes it inside. A flag flies. Stoltz is going to take it all the way, run out of bounds on the far side, but there is a flag that flies in kind of late, preliminary indication. It'll be a block in the back by Bigfork, by our wide receiver who got out of position. Guy on the far side makes the call. I didn't think he did. They're going to call a block in the back on the wide receiver. So they'll reset, put him back. It'll be 1st and 12 now from the 42-yard line. Two receivers to the right. Single receiver to the left. LaFontaine in motion. Hands it up to him on fly sweep. Get outside. Uses his speed. Gets outside. Runs one guy over. Takes him inside the 40. As Rouser grabs him by the head and takes him down. LaFontaine will pick up 3 on the play, and 2nd and 9 for Bigfork. Two receivers to the right, 2 to the left. LaFontaine goes in motion, fakes a handoff. Stoltz going to run up the right side, runs into number 72, trying to be blocked there by Kaiser. And Jaden Lamb will take Randy Stoltz for a loss. He's going to lose 5. 3rd and about 14 for Bigfork. So the Vikings get that interception, taken into Townsend territory. Trips to the right, 2 to the left. Shotgun is Epperly. Thornus in motion. Epperly rolls right, throws it out, has Luke Schmidt. Schmidt dives and says it hit the ground. He would have been short of the first down. 4th and 14 for Bigfork inside Townsend territory, and we'll see what they're going to do here. Looks like they'll punt the ball. And they're going to keep the regular offense on there, see if they can draw them off. I think inside Townsend territory, Epperly in the shotgun, trips to the right, 2 receivers to the left, snap to Epperly, pooch punt. And Epperly inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line. A little pooch punt by Epperly. See if they can get them to jump off sides. So at the 27, it'll be 1st and 10 for Townsend at their own 27-yard line. So 5:21 to go here to the halftime, and the Vikings lead 14-7. After that first drive, the defense for the Vikings have showed up big. Couple of interceptions we thought, and we finally got one there by Colton Reichenbach. We couldn't take advantage of the short field. Single receiver to the left, to the right, single setback. Quarterback keeper going to take it up. And brought down is the quarterback as he runs off to the left. Mackenzie Mischke and Jimmy Abney on the takedown, takes it up to the 40-yard line of Townsend, and 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. 5 minutes and counting here to go in the first half. Vikings lead by 7, 14-7. 2 receivers to the right for Townsend. 2 to the left. Single setback. Receiver in motion. Come to the right side. Trips now. Single receiver. Handoff. Quarterback keeper. They got to read that rock. Brought down there by Logan Gilliard right at midfield. And he right at the 50-yard line, and another first down for the Bulldogs. So the quarterback is keep putting it in the belly of the running back and taking it and off and running. Somebody's got to spy that quarterback and make a stop here and stop this drive. They'll go trips to the right again. Shotgun formation, single receiver to the left, 1 back in the backfield. Rock, snap on the way. He's just going to run, straight up run it until they stop. Mackenzie, Mischke on the stop, along with Jimmy Abney. And they'll take it inside. Picks up 3 on the play down to the 47-yard line. And 2nd and 7. They're into Bigfork territory. Nothing but quarterback runs, trips to the right, singles to receive to the left, shotgun formation. Snap on the formation. He gives it to the running back this time. Met immediately by Logan Gilliard. He's going to throw him back for a loss and tosses number 21, Hunter Dobbs, back like a rag doll. He's going to lose on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8. He loses a couple yards on the play as the middle linebacker, Gilliard, read that perfectly. 3:07 and counting to go here to halftime. Townsend has trips, a bunch, trip bunch to the right side, single receiver to the left. They're going to throw that screen, looks like. Quarterback back to throw. He throws it across the middle, and broke it up and picked off almost. Nearly picked off there. As Mischke read the play, as they're trying to go to number 2, Aaron Geyser. He breaks it up, pops it in the air, nearly picks it off. It'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 8 for Townsend. Stoltz is going to drop back deep. And the punter, Dobbs, to kick for Townsend. He'll be ready for that fake punt. Got to stay at home, Bigfork. Snap on the way. He punts it, wants to punt him deep. Stoltz back deep. It'll roll inside the 15, down to about the 14-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, so the Vikings get a big stop there as their quarterback just kept running it and running it. They hand off to the running back, and Gilliard says, right? And then nice play there by Mackenzie Mischke on breaking up the pass and nearly picking it off for the Vikes. It'll be 1st and 10 for Bigfork from their own 14-yard line with 2:39 to go till halftime. And 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, single setback. Epperle in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off. Luke Taylor right up the middle. Taylor up the left side, takes it across out near the 30-yard line. And there is a flag on the play. Indication is that we'll see what the call is momentarily. They're going to call it against Bigfork. Unbelievable. Randy's carry, Luke was carrying the ball. They called Randy for something. And they can take it all the way back to the 16-yard line. It'll bring up 1st and 8. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, single setback. And Epperle in the shotgun takes the handoff, hands off to Luke Taylor again. And brought down there, number 54, Jace Reddick for Townsend. No gain. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for Bigfork. And about 2 minutes left here in the first half. I think Bigfork's going to take care of it and run the clock out. Stoltz and Reichenbach, Clayton to the left. Trips to the right. Epperle rolls to the right. It's going to roll out, look to throw. And Epperle is going to keep it and run it up the middle. He takes it across the, maybe gains a yard on the play. Out to the 22. Check that. We were at the 16, all the way out to the 22-yard line, and 3rd down and about 2 for Bigfork. 1:27 and counting here in the first half. And what are the Vikings going to do here? They're going to run, they're going to pass, they're going to roll them out. They got 2 receivers out to the left. Trips to the right. Epperle in shotgun, looking to throw it, looking for the screen, throws it out to Stoltz on the running back screen. He's going to get enough for a 1st down as he gets up near the 30-yard line. And looks like he might have been out of bounds on the far side as the clock stops and the chains will move as Stoltz gets across the 25 out to the 27-yard line. And 1st and 10, and they'll put the ball set for play. Toss, tries to hit Stoltz.
Incomplete, intended for number 10. Number 21, Hunter Dobbs on the coverage. 2nd and 10.
Out to the left and just off his fingertips, incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 with 1:02 to go here in the first half. Stoltz bringing into play to Epperly along with Clayton Reichenbach. We try to throw one deep. They're a little suspect on one of their guys. Doubles to the right. Thornus in motion. High formation. Stoltz on the carry. Takes it across near the 30-yard line. He will maybe lose a yard on the play. We'll see where they spot that. They're going to spot it at the 27-yard line. And 3rd and 10 with 40 seconds to go. Vikings probably looking to run the clock. Thornus brings the play in. One last shot for the Vikings. 2 receivers. Nope, the Vikings are going to use their second of their 3 timeouts here in the first half with 25.3 to go before this 3rd down play. It is 3rd and 10 from the 27. They need to get out to the 37 to get a first down. So, as a coach, do you take one and try to throw it deep, risk an interception, or you just run out the clock? We'll see. Yeah, probably go run it out and then go into halftime with the lead 14-7. That's always a positive, especially that you know you can run up and down the field on these guys and your defense can stop them. They'll make some adjustments.
The ball, it's picked on.
All right, back from Townsend, Montana. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and Vows from Townsend, Montana. 25.3 to go here to halftime. The Vikings lead 14-7. And Epperly will line up in shotgun. Stoltz, Clayton Reichenbach to the left. Trips to the right. Snap, Epperly looking to throw. Looking deep, throws it over the middle. Oh, nearly caught just out of the hands of Luke Taylor at the 30-yard line, and he had room to get the first down. A little crossing route by the fullback, Taylor, and that will bring up 4th down, and the Vikings will definitely punt as they're inside their 30 at the 27-yard line. 4th and 10 for Bigfork, and Colton Reichenbach will punt for the Vikings. Back deep for Townsend. Looks like 21. A nice punt by Colton Reichenbach. Number 3, Rouser back deep. And the Vikings get down and touch it down inside the 40 by Logan Gilliard. As Hurd and Gilliard get down there immediately. And it'll be 11 seconds to go to halftime. And Townsend has the football at their own 38-yard line. So what does Townsend do? They run out the clock, or they try to throw one deep to their speedster. We'll see. We'll know on that first play what they're going to try to do. If they just try to get some yards, take a timeout, because they've already used 2, I believe, of their timeouts here in the first half. I'll have to check that momentarily, 1 or 2. So only 11 seconds to go here. The Vikings prevent. We got 2 safeties deep. They got single receivers to the left, right. Wing backs, they hand it off to number 21, Hunter Dobbs. Brought down there by Jimmy Abney, right at the 45-yard line, and that clock will run out. That'll be the end of the first half. And the Vikings, after going down early, 7-0, are up 14-7 at halftime. I'll be back momentarily with your halftime statistics. All right, big shout out to Jimmy Fant down in Georgia. The Fant family listened to Logan Gilliard having a good game tonight. Trying to bring in the stats up here momentarily. And 14-7, the Vikings lead at halftime. Epperly, we'll take a look at Broadwater first. Tyson Rock, 2 for 7, 78 yards and 1 touchdown. Also 9 carries, 46 yards. Cameron Rouser, their speedster, 1 reception for 68 yards and that touchdown as he broke loose. Epperly, 9 of 15, 110 yards. No touchdowns, that 1 pick on that late throw across the Schmidt. Stoltz, 10 carries, 67 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Vikes. And Luke Schmidt, 6 receptions, 75 yards and no touchdowns. Early on, it was the Bulldogs. Vikings came out. Here, I'll get you this scoring plays here momentarily. So the first one was with 9:25 to go in the first quarter. It was Tyson Rock, pass complete to Cameron Rouser for 68 yards, a touchdown. Point after by Nate was good, 7-0 for Townsend. The Vikings answered right back on their first possession. Randy Stoltz runs from 1 yard out on 4th down, touchdown, and point good by number 34, Jacob Hurd for the Vikes. That tied the game at 7-7 with 4:05. We headed in the second quarter, back and forth. The Vikings defense made some good stops, and the defense adjusting to what Townsend is running. But with 9:44 to go in the second quarter, it was Randy Stoltz from 24 yards out for the touchdown, and Jacob Hurd with the extra point try to make it 14-7. Other stats: Luke Taylor has 3 rushes, 18 yards. Andrew Epperly 4 for 10, and Kanan 1 for 3 yards. Kanan LaFontaine. Receiving, again, Schmidt 6 for 75 yards. So having a big night tonight. Randy Stoltz 3 for 35. Luke Taylor and Brady Thorne just out there, out of their outstretched hands, dropping those passes that were intended for him. Logan Gilliard leads the way with tackles, 4.5, 2 solo, 5 assists, and 2.5 tackles for loss. Jimmy Abney with a couple tackles, 1 solo, 2 assists. Stoltz has 4 assists and half a tackle for loss. Thornus, 1 solo, 2 assists, 2 total, 1/2 for loss. LaFontaine, 2 tackles, all 4 on assist and 1/2 a tackle for a loss. Mischke got in the ball game, 1.5 tackles, 3 assists on that. Schmidt has 1 solo tackle. Levi Taylor, Chase Pacheco, Colton Reichenbach, James Kurz. That's wrong. It was 32. It was actually Jake, number 33, Mischke, that had that tackle. They should adjust that and give it to him and Benson, all with an assist. Jacob Hurd, 2 for 2 on his extra points. Punting, Colton Reichenbach, 1 for 34. Epperly, 1 for 17. And kick return, a big one. They gave him 31 yards on the return by Luke Schmidt. That's your halftime stats. The Vikings lead 14-7. We'll be back here in about 8 minutes or so for the kickoff of the second half. Remember that the Vikings get the second half kickoff, as they deferred after they won the toss. So we'll see what they do when they come out. Usually pretty strong in the second half. We'll catch you here in about 8 minutes for the second half. Stick around, come back, and listen to Vikings football here on BFSD Events on YouTube. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikings Vows, live from Townsend, Montana. We'll be back momentarily. All right, folks, welcome back to Townsend, Montana. Getting ready for the second half of this ball game as the Vikings lead 14-7 at halftime. And guess what? Bigfork deferred, so they'll get the ball to start the second half as they lead 14-7. Back deep to receive, Stoltz, along with LaFontaine and Schmidt on either side of him. And Townsend will kick off in their 40. So what Bigfork needs to do here to get going in the second half is take this ball, get a good return, and run it right down the field. They've been moving the ball, running and passing all night long. Townsend, they got a really good team. They got some speedsters. Bigfork just needs to make some big plays. We don't throw that intercepts at the 5-yard line. It's 21-7 instead of 14-7. Kick it off for Townsend here momentarily. I got to see the number here. It is number 58, number 68, Justin Denton. The senior will kick off for Townsend, back deep. Stoltz, LaFontaine, and Schmidt. Kick off the side. Get on it, get on it. It's a live ball. Nice play there by Levi Taylor. The ball is kicked over the top of the front lineman at the 50-yard line, and I don't know if that was intentional on the onside, but he boots it up high, and that's a live ball. Townsend running down, trying to cover it up, but Levi Taylor, the freshman, turns around and dives on it, makes it recovery for the Vikes. So the Vikings get the ball at the 35-yard line. Nice job there by Levi Taylor. And the Vikings will go on offense. Epperly under center, I formation. Thornus in motion, receivers to the right, receivers to the left. Hand off to Stoltz. Stoltz the right side, goes up the middle, and brought down there by number 72. And Jaden Lamb, a little extracurricular activity by Lamb, taking down Stoltz. Takes it across the 35 out to the 37-yard line. We'll call it 2nd and 8 for Bigfork. Two receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Split I-backs. Pass out to Luke Schmidt. Right at the 41-yard line. Nice sportsmanship by Aaron Geiser. He picks up Schmidt. Schmidt makes it out to the 41-yard line. They need to get to the 45. 3rd and 4 for the Vikings. Nice pass there by Epperly. Schmidt, Thornus out to the right. Taylor right next to Epperly in the shotgun. Taylor in motion, two receivers to the left. Epperly will roll. Throws it out to Thornus. Brady Thornus fakes inside, takes it out the left side. He's going to take it up near the 50-yard line. And Tyson Rock, the quarterback, also linebacker, tackles Thornus as he crosses the 45 to the 47-yard line, and 1st and 10 for the Vikings at their old 47-yard line. Two receivers to the left, Clayton Reichenbach, Thornus out to the right. Two receivers. LaFontaine in motion on the fly sweep. Fake off, there goes Randy Stoltz right up the middle. He runs over the linebacker inside to Townsend territory. And there's a Townsend player down as Stoltz gets down to about the 46-yard line of Townsend on the play, and one of the Townsend players is down. Everybody will take a knee momentarily. And that's 68, Justin Denton, their big defensive lineman. Looks like his right leg is hobbling as he gets off the field. And the Vikings will have 2nd and about 3. From the 46, they need to get about to the 43-yard line of Townsend. Quick water for Bigfork. And the managers get off the field. Single receiver to the left. Single receiver to the right, Thornus. I formation, Epperly under center. He'll hand off to Stoltz. Stoltz gets it out the right side, breaks it up the right side, and he's going to run out of bounds near the 40-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. And Stoltz is knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line. That's enough for another first down for the Vikings with 10-19 here to go in the third quarter. And right at the 42-yard line of Townsend. And the Vikes put a single receiver to the right. Single receiver to the left, split formation is Thornus. LaFontaine, toss to him, gets outside. He's going to run outside. Stiffs arm, 18 Rock, gets out of bounds inside the 40. Picks up a couple yards on the play. On first down, he picks up 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 for the Vikings.
LaFontaine's got to use that speed and get outside, and he does right there. Split backs, Taylor. Schultz, I formation, throws over the middle. Randy Stoltz, looks back late and broken up by Tyson Rock as pass intended for Randy Stoltz. It didn't seem like Randy was even looking for the ball. Epperly saw him in the seam wide open. If he catches that, he takes that one to the house. So 3rd down and 7 for Bigfork in Townsend territory. Single receiver, actually 2 receivers. Stoltz, Reichenbach to the left. Trips to the right. Taylor, Thornus, and Schmidt throws it out to Taylor on the swing pass. Taylor caught right inside for no gain at the 39-yard line. Maybe gained a yard. We'll call it. They're going to mark it at the 38. We'll call it 4th down and 6 for Bigfork, and it looks like they're going to bring on the punting unit for the Vikings and try to pin Townsend deep. It's a game of field position here to start the second half. Colton Reichenbach back to punt. Rouser looks like he's back deep to receive for Townsend. And the punt's on the way. A nice deep punt. Rouser catches it inside the 10. He's hit immediately. Hurd got him just a bit, and then coming and cleaning things up are 51, Logan Gilliard, the snapper, the long snapper. Snaps at the Reichenbach, gets down the field, and was able to make the play at the 15-yard line. So he picks it up about the 9, takes it out to 15. A pickup of 6 on the return as Gilliard takes him down right at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for Townsend. They got 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Single setback shotgun formation is Rock. They got to watch that. LaFontaine gets in and pulls down Rock as the quarterback on a quarterback keeper. Fakes it to the running back. He'll pick up 4 on the play as Kanan comes from the left side over to the right side to take down Rock. Rock's been running that ball. We got to stop that as the Vikings defense need to fill that hole. He's taking the snap out of shotgun, faking it or riding it into the running back's belly and then making it seem what the Vikings are doing and then taking off with it. He's got some speed, does Rock. 2 receivers in the back, 1 behind. The quarterback hands it off. Luke Benson, along with Jimmy Abney, will bring down Hunter Dobbs, and he'll take it out near the 25-yard line at the 24, and it will be 3rd down and 1 for Townsend. Two receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Split backs, I-form and shotgun formation. And Dobbs will slip down. LaFontaine will touch him down, but Dobbs was off and running, and he slid down. He'll got across the 25 out to near the 28-yard line, I believe. Let's see where they spot it. At the 28-yard line, I guess it'll be 1st and 10 from the 28 by Dobbs as Rock hands it off to him. 7:15 to go here in the third quarter. The Vikings lead 14-7, live from Townsend, Montana. Two receivers to the left. Split backs, shotgun formation. Rock takes it back. He's going to pass. Pressure plot, and Brady Thorness is going to sack him for a loss. And Chase Pacheco comes in there to help clean up with Thorness. He's going to lose all the way back to the 20-yard line. He's going to lose about 10 yards. It'll be 2nd and 20. Nice defense. Finally put pressure on Rock, forcing him trying to pass. (406-270-7384). James LaFontaine. Text me if you can hear me. I can hear folks out there listening. Trips to doubles to the left, and Rock will take it and keep it. And brought down there by Randy Stoltz. As Rock keeps it again. The Breviks are listening. Thanks for listening. Archie's parents from Kalispell, or actually by Bigfork, on the Summers cut across. He picks up a couple on the play, or actually, 12, because they had 2nd and 20. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for Townsend. And timeout by the Bulldogs. That's their first timeout here in the second half. 5:44 to go here in the third quarter. The Vikings lead 14-7 over the Bulldogs. We'll be back about 30 seconds with the rest of the third quarter. All right, we're back in Townsend, Montana. It is 3rd and 8 for the Bulldogs at their own 30-yard line. They must get out to the 38 for the first down. Back to pass is Rock. He's going to be rushed out. And LaFontaine, beautiful tackle, takes him down as Rock tries to get outside, but LaFontaine, the linebacker, comes up, makes the play. He'll be short. He picks up about 4, bring out 4th and 4, and it looks like Townsend's going to have to punt. Schmidt and Stoltz back deep. 21 Dobbs to kick for Townsend. Snap on the way, gets it off. A nice long punt. Schmidt takes it, gonna run up the middle, fakes out a couple guys, fakes out his own players, gets out to the right side. Oh, he's taken down there across the 45 out to the 46-yard line. So a nice return there by Schmidt. Tries to break it in, breaks to the outside, nearly broke loose. And he was off to the races if he does that.
Good patience. He was patient.
Yeah, Schmidt reading it right there, looking for where his blocks are coming from. And the blocks set him up. He got it up the middle, almost broke it out to the right side. So the Vikings have 1st and 10 from their own 46 with 4:56 to go here in the third quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Taylor right next to Epperly in the shotgun. Hands off to Luke Taylor. Taylor right up the middle, just runs over the linebacker. 51 takes it into Townsend territory inside the 50 down to about the 48-yard line. And they'll mark it at the 48. A pickup of 6 and about 2nd and 4 for Bigfork inside Townsend territory. Two receivers, actually trips to the right, single doubles, or 2 receivers to the left. Epperly in shotgun. Pass, he's looking to throw. Finds Schmidt on a cross route. There goes Luke Schmidt. He's got it to 15, to 20, 25, 5, 10. Vikings. Epperly on a little quick slant to Luke Schmidt. Epperly fakes to the right, comes back to the left. Schmidt runs the slant, hits him across the middle, breaks it down the middle, and all the way to the house does Luke Schmidt from Epperly. A nice play there by the Vikings. Levi Taylor getting on. Extra point try by Jacob Hurd for Bigfork. Snap on the way. Schmidt to put it down. Jacob Hurd, boom. There goes the leg. Hurd's got a big leg for the Vikings, and his extra point is good. With 4:11 to go here in the third quarter, the Vikings race out to a 21-7 lead over the Townsend Bulldogs. All I can say that the coaching staff made some halftime adjustments, as they usually do every week. That was a nice play. As Epperly faked like he was going right, then turned back to the left, and Schmidt was on that quick slant. Picks it up, takes it down inside, all the way to the house. Probably got my numbers backwards, that's how I was saying them, but you know what I meant. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Now I got it right. Either way, he went to the house, folks. All right, the Vikes to kick off. Back deep, number 14, Easton Held. And always number 3, Cameron Rouser, their speedster. And it'll be Nick Smantana to kick it deep for the Vikings. So Smantana does the kickoff duties, Hurd does the extra point duties. A win-win situation for the Vikings as they will kick off. And here comes the kick from Smantana. Boots it deep down near the 11-yard line. Rouser will take it. Or check that. Rouser has it outside. Luke Schmidt with a nice tackle. Open field tackle. And he saves it as Rouser, the speedster, gets out to the 30-yard line. Picks it up by the 11. Returns it about 19 yards to the 30. Your goal as a team is to pin those guys inside the 20. As they stay for stat-wise. Not quite here, but Luke Schmidt on the saving open field tackle. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 30-yard line with 4:03 to go here in the third quarter. Trips to the right. Single receiver to the left. Single back. Shotgun formation by Rock. Rock. Quick screen out. Read perfectly by the Vikings. Rouser gets the ball, but he is stopped immediately with no gain right at the 30-yard line. A host of Vikings, Randy Stoltz, Logan Gilliard, the middle linebacker right there as well. Read perfectly by the Vikings on that screen that worked earlier in the ballgame that actually broke Rouser for that 68-yard touchdown. This time the Vikings take care of business. So 2nd and 10, single receiver to the right. And 2 receivers to the left. Shotgun formation is Rock. Wow, he's going to straight run it right up the middle. And read there perfectly. Logan Gilliard, along with Brady Thornus, make the stop on Rao. No gain in 3rd and 10. So the Vikings defense really stepping up. Got to make a play. He's going to probably have to pass out of here. Watch that. Tyson Rock. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Single setback, shotgun formation. He's back to pass, looking to throw over the middle. Caught, oh, nearly picked off. Intended for Geyser. Schmidt broke it up and nearly picked off by Colton Reichenbach at about the 47-yard line, just off his fingertips. It was tipped and broken up by Schmidt. So 4th and 10, Schmidt along with Stoltz back deep to receive the punt of 21 Hunter Dobbs from Townsend. Snap, punt on the way. It's going to be a little bit short. Get out of the way, fire, fire, fire. They got to yell. And it rolls, a good roll for Townsend. But Bigfork will get the ball at about the 36, 37-yard line. We're going to see where they spot that. We'll call that the 37-yard line of Bigfork. And 1st and 10 for the Vikings at their own 37 with 2:23 to go here in the third quarter. Single receiver, or two receivers, Stoltz and Reichenbach to the left, Thorness and Schmidt to the right, Taylor next to Epperly in shotgun formation. The snap, hands it off to Luke Taylor. Taylor up the left side, gonna break it outside, out of bounds, knocked out of bounds by Aaron Geyser up near the 45. They're gonna say the 43-yard line.
5-yard gain on the play, gonna bring up 2nd and 5 for the Vikings.
Gets up, we'll call it at the 47-yard line. And he'll pick up 2nd and 5 for Bigfork. Taylor again. I want to say Logan. Logan graduated last year. Luke Taylor not stopping, whistle blows, and no gain by Luke Taylor. It'll be 3rd and about 5 for Bigfork.
Get your ticket ready.
And the Vikings will come to the line. Single receiver to the left. Trips to the right. Taylor in shotgun. Schmidt out right. Handoff. Fake by Epperly. Epperly on the run. Throws it out. Oh, off the fingertips of Schmidt, who's been golden all night. That would have been a first down at about the 49-yard line of Bigfork, but it falls incomplete as Schmidt goes to his knees. It'll bring up 4th and 5 for the Vikings, and they will have to punt the ball away with 1:31 to go here in the third quarter and leading 21-7 over Townsend. Colton Reichenbach back deep to punt for the Vikings. His punt on the way. Caught by Rouser, immediately met there at the 33-yard line by Logan Gilliard, the long snapper. Once again, he gets down the field and makes the play. Nice job by Logan. Taylor did a great job long snapping. Jeannie Reichenbach listening as well. The Reichenbach, shout out to them. We got people in Georgia listening, in Washington, in Montana. Thanks for tuning in to Viking football. 406-270-7384. I give you a shout out if you listen. Two receivers to the left for Townsend. Shotgun formation. They're going to have to throw the ball a little bit. Looking to air it out. And we're back deep. And overthrows Rouser. Overthrows the whole defense. Both Reichenbachs back on coverage as Rouser nearly got behind the Vikings on their defense. Looked up and it was overthrown by their quarterback, Tyson Rock. 1:16 to go. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. So Townsend comes to the line, single receiver to the right, single receiver to the left, split backs, shotgun formation, snap, fakes it, Rock with the, gets leveled, hit immediately by Luke Taylor, along with Luke Benson. The Lukes do a double team on the quarterback, Tyson Rock. He'll pick up about a yard, maybe 2. We'll call it 3rd and 8. A long 8 or 9 for Townsend. That was a nice job there by the linebackers. So Geyser out to the right, another receiver out to the left. And once again, Townsend taking too much time to get to the line, and they're about running out of time. They have to use another timeout. Here, their second of the half, I believe, with 32.5 seconds to go here in the third quarter. They can't afford to lose 5 yards and go instead of 3rd and 9, 3rd and 14. Vikings pinned their ears back and they're coming. We'll be back here in about 30 seconds. We'll give you more of this ball game. Thanks for listening to Viking football here on YouTube, BFS Bigfork School District, BFSD events, and tonight's action. We'll be back momentarily. Thanks. All right, back with you. Fandridge Field here in Townsend, Montana. The Vikings lead 21-7, 32.5 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 3rd and 9 for Townsend at their own 36-yard line. Split receivers left and right, shotgun formation. Rock's got to go out and throw it. He's got nowhere to go. He's brought down, sacked immediately. He hit initially by 74, or excuse me, 79 Pacheco, but couldn't quite wrap him up. And then Brady Thorness finishes off Rock. He had nowhere to go as the Vikings are bringing the house. He'll lose about 6. We'll call it 4th and 16. And Schmidt and Stoltz will drop back deep to receive, but not before the end of the third quarter. A excellent ball game here in the second half by the Vikings. Great defense, offense moving it. They're going to get the ball back again and try to drive that. But we'll switch end of the field. End of the third quarter, the Vikings lead the Bulldogs 21-17. We'll be back momentarily with your fourth quarter action from Townsend, Montana. All right, we're back in Townsend, Montana. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikings and Vals for you. Ready to bring you the fourth quarter. It's punting time, 4th and 16 for Townsend. And Dops will go back to punt for the Bulldogs. Schmidt and Stoltz back deep to receive for the Vikings. Snap on the way. Gets the punt off a little bit short. And nearly hit LaFontaine in the back, but the yell poison. He gets out of the way. Ball rolls and down by Cameron Rouser at the Viking 35-yard line. You can hear the coaches on the sideline yelling poison, and Kanan almost nearly didn't get out of the way, but able to avoid it, and it's Viking football at their own 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikes. Single receiver to the left. Trips to the right for Bigfork. Single setback. Epperly in his shotgun. They're going to hand off to Luke Taylor. Taylor up the left side. Runs across. Rouser up across the 45. A late flag comes in. Look in the area of face masking. We'll see what they mark. And we're going to see what the call is. He got across the 46-yard line, gained 11 on the play. Initial indication is face mask against Townsend, and it is. So he picks up 11 on the play. It is a 5-yard variety face mask. So not the personal foul, but 5 yards. That takes him into Townsend territory at the 49. Single receiver left. Trips to the right. Shotgun formation. Hands off to Taylor again. Up the right side, up the middle. Taylor runs it in deeper into Townsend territory to the 46. He'll pick up 3 on the play. 2nd and 7. Brought down there by 65 and 51. That's Ethan Bennett along with Wade Leachman for the Bulldogs. Vikings with 2nd down and 7. Single receiver to the right. 2 receivers to the left. I formation, Epperly under center. Hands off to Stoltz. Stoltz cuts it back. Oh, grabbed. Looked like he got grabbed by the face mask and taken down, but no flag on the play. Takes it down to the 45-yard line and about 3rd and 5 for Bigfork. It is 3rd and 5 for Bigfork. Clayton Reichenbach to the left. Schmidt. Thorness, Stoltz to the right. Epperly in shotgun. Epperly fades back, looking deep, across the middle, throws it to Thorness. Thorness up the left side, down the 20, inside the 20, down to the 15, taken out of bounds to the far sideline, inside the 20-yard line as Epperly rolls to the right, throws back across as the drag route by Thorness runs away and takes it inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line and 1st and 10 for the Vikes. A nice play. You thought he was going to throw out to the right side as Epperly rolled right, but he threw back across, and Thorness, who lined up in the slot on the right side, ran across the left and beat the safety. Stoltz on the carry as a handoff by Epperly. Taken down by 2100 Dobbs, and Epperly will mark it at the 20. He's going to lose a yard. We'll call it 2nd and 11 for Bigfork. Thorness had to come out of the ball game, got a little stinger in his shoulder on the tackle. So the backup tight end. 21 is Colton Reichenbach. 2 receivers to the right. Actually trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Shotgun formation, Stoltz in the backfield. Epperly rolls right, looking. He finds Schmidt on the sideline. A beautiful out pass by Schmidt on the out route, and completion from Epperly down at near the 10-yard line. And they'll take it out right at the 11 as Schmidt steps out of bounds at the 11-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about a yard as they need to get to the 10. They're calling it 3rd and 2 on the board. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Luke Taylor right up the middle. And it looks like it's going to be stopped short. Jace Reddick on the stop. Has a handoff from Epperly to Taylor. 4th, he's going to lose a yard. So 4th and about 3 for Bigfork. And the Vikings are going to take a timeout, which is a good timeout here. We're going to talk about it. They got 4th and about 3. And, you know, they can, Hurd's got the leg to kick a field goal here to go up 24-17. Or they try run a play and either they get the 1st down or they've got the Bulldogs pinned deep. So we'll see what they're going to do here momentarily. They bring in that, might bring in that power formation where they bring in Logan Gilliard in the backfield and try to run that power I, if you will. That's, I know in the past for Bigfork over the years, that has worked really well, and I know Munson has seen that on the other side a few times. So, a big call right here as 4th and 3 for the Vikes at about the 12. And they're going to go with the power formation. Tight formation. Gilliard in motion. Throws it in the end zone. Pass intended for Luke Schmidt as they thought the Bulldogs thought going to run it. Schmidt is wide open. And just off the fingertips of Luke Schmidt It would have been a touchdown there. Maybe he needed to wait just a little bit longer and set his feet and toss it right out there because he was wide open. So we're at the 12-yard line of Townsend, and they get a 1st and 10 with 9:05 to go here in the ball game, and Vikings lead 21-7. Single receiver trips to the doubles to the right. Single receiver Dobbs on the carry. Tripped up by Jimmy Abney up near the 20-yard line as Rock will hand off to Dobbs. And right at the 20-yard line, it'll bring out 2nd and 2 as he picks up 8 on the play. Two receivers to the left. Single receiver, 2 to the right. Or excuse me, single receiver to the single back shotgun formation. Rock hands it off to Dobbs. And brought down, rode down there by 44, Levi Taylor.
Tackled by number 44, Levi Taylor. Bulldog down on the field.
Bulldog down. As 44 goes down, takes off his helmet. Half will come out. That's not sure who 44 is for Townsend. Don't have him listed on this roster. Or, excuse me. I'm 54. Jace Reddick. He got hurt on that play and walking off the field for Townsend. And that took it out to the 29-yard line and 1st and 10 on the play. So first down at the 29 for Townsend with 8:23 to go here in this ball game. They're going to wind the clock. Quarterback getting the play from the coach and the receivers. Everybody else in the huddle. Two receivers will head out to the left for the Bulldogs. One receiver to the right, single back shotgun formation. He's back to pass. He's looking to throw deep to Rousey. He's getting some pressure. Pressure is on. Take it, there's a flag. That's going to be against Townsend as Brady Thornus trying to get to the quarterback is just dragged down. Initial indication it's going to be holding and bring it back against the Bulldogs. And we'll check that momentarily. We'll confirm that. But that's what I could see from here. It is holding. That is the call against Townsend. As Thornus was about ready to take down the quarterback, and he just get absolutely rode down. And that's going to cost him 10 yards from the spot of the flag. So it takes it down to the 15-yard line, and they got to get out to the 39. You do the math, that's 1st and 24. Last time I checked in math class. To the left, one to the right, single back, shotgun formation, rock of the snap, up, a whistle blows.
Timeout, Townsend.
And Townsend has to take a timeout as the, once again, I believe that's their second timeout here in the second half. Can't see on the scoreboard, but let that clock run down and almost get penalized every time. It's happened quite a few times on Townsend. They'll see the referee, or the back judge, excuse me, waving that arm means there's 5 seconds left when he starts that, and they're not getting that play off in time as that play comes in from the sideline. As soon as it's set and they wind the clock, it's ready to go. So 1st and 24 for Townsend at their own 15-yard line. Once again, 406-270-7384. Hey, thanks you guys for all the messages, you guys listening out there. It is 21-7 with 7:51. My wife is texting me over in Renton, Washington. Make sure you say hi to your mom and dad and to my son and his bride, Luke and Rachel, while you're over there. Bunch formation on the left side by Townsend. Shotgun. Looking, rolling right is Rock. Rock throws it out to the left. Tries to one-hand it. Coverage by Clayton Reichenbach. Intended for number 7, Gavin. And Vandenaker. And he tries to one-hand it. No good. Vikings putting Townsend in a must pass rather than run type situation, especially when it's 2nd and 24. We're going to run trips to the left for Townsend. Single receiver to the right. Shotgun formation, single back. Snap on the way. Rock gives it to Dobbs. Met immediately there by a bunch of Vikings. Logan Gilliard. Jimmy Abney also in on the stop for the Vikes. Out to the 19-yard line, so pick up 4. And we'll call it 3rd and 20 for Townsend. Single receiver to the left. Trips to the right this time. Single setback. Shotgun formation. Rock. Snap on the way. Looking. He fakes it. Now he's looking to pass. Deep. He's throwing it deep. A lot of Vikings back there deep. Knocks away. And pass intended. Knocked away by Colton Reichenbach. Intended for Cameron Rouser. And incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th and long. 4th and 20 for Townsend. Taylor and, Randy Stoltz and Luke Schmidt back deep to receive the punt of Hunter Dobbs. He's standing on his own 8-yard line. Kick on the way. Gets away. Stoltz. It's going to let it bounce near the 50-yard line. Goes out of bounds about the 49-yard line of Bigfork. And the Vikings will take over with 6:51 to go here in this ball game. And the Vikings up 21-7. And 1st and 10 for Bigfork. So a nice defensive possession by the Vikings. Key was that holding call that pushed him back and made him in a throwing situation. 2 receivers to the right. LaFontaine in the slot. Schmidt out right. LaFontaine in motion. Fakes it to him. Epperly keeps the ball. Runs up inside. He's going to be met immediately. Taken back by Bulldogs. And run back. Number 55. Nate Hill meets Epperly right there. He fakes it on the fly sweep. Doesn't give it to Stoltz. And keeps it. He's going to lose about a yard. At 2nd and 11 for the Vikings. 2 receivers to the right, Schmidt and Thornus. 2 receivers to the left, single back Taylor right next to Epperly and shotgun. Hands off to Taylor, up the left side. Taylor just rolling through him. He's going to go all the way up the middle with a guy right in his back. Rouser riding Taylor for about 10 to 15 yards. Taylor kept pumping his legs, runs it inside the 35 down to the 34, and a 1st and 10 for the Vikes. A nice run there by the fullback, Luke Taylor. He's earned that breather. Taylor going to come out of the ballgame for a rest. Two receivers to the right, two to the left. LaFontaine in motion, and Stoltz steps up as LaFontaine moves. That's 2 guys in motion. Legal procedure is going to be called on the Vikings. Taylor will come back in for LaFontaine as false start on the Vikings. Takes it back to the 38-yard line. And 1st and 15 for Bigfork inside Townsend territory with 5:46 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. 1 receiver right, 1 receiver left. I-backs. Epperly under center, hands off to Stoltz. The I-back Stoltz right up the middle. Going to run Rouser right over inside the 30 down into the 29-yard line. Yeah, and he's going to get about 11 of those yards back. 2nd and 6 for the Vikings. So he picked up, we'll say 9, because it was first and 15. It's 2nd and 6, picked up 9. That's the math. Two receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. I formation. Epperly under center. Thornus in motion. Handoff to Stoltz. Stoltz left side. Met by a bunch of Bulldogs right there at the 30-yard line. Led by number 72, Jaden Lamb. Right at the 30-yard line. And we'll call it 3rd and 7. He's going to lose about a yard on that play. And a 3rd down, a long 6, we'll call it 7 here. 4:33 and counting in this ball game. And the Vikes up 21-7 over Townsend. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Taylor next to Epperly in shotgun formation. Epperly snap on the way, finds over Schmidt on the outside. Schmidt battles, tries to get away and nearly gets away. Drugged down there by number 7, Gavin Vandenaker. But Schmidt was fighting all the way, takes it down near the 15-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 17 of Townsend, and 1st and 10 for the Vikes with a nearly 4:10 to go in this ball game, and the Vikings marching. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Taylor lines up next to Epperly in the shotgun. Snap, hand off to Taylor, left side, up the middle. Taylor inside the 10, down near the 8-yard line. And they're going to mark it at the 9. And 2nd and about 2 for the Vikings. Same formation, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Taylor right next to Epperly, the shotgun. Snap, Taylor right up the middle. He may have gained a yard. And stopped by Townsend. And he'll gain a yard down to the 8. 3rd down and 2 for Bigfork with nearing 3 minutes to go in this ball game. And the clock rolling. One receiver to the right, 1 to the left. I formation. Thornus in motion. Tosses out to Stoltz. Up the left side, Stoltz reading his blockers, trying to get to the outside. Runs out of bounds.
Randy Stoltz out of bounds.
And he's going to be out at the 10-yard line. He's going to lose 1, or 2, excuse me. 4th and 4 for the Vikes. And they're going to bring on Jacob Hurd for the extra point try. He's going to spot it down at the 17 or 18-yard line, so a 28-yard field goal. He's got plenty of leg. Snap on the way. Schmidt gets it down. Jacob Hurd. They say it's no good. Wide right by Hurd. It was close from here, standing on top of the bus, but he just missed it. He was kicking from the left hash mark, so you have to adjust to take it across the field. If it had been down the middle, I'm sure he would have made it. 21-7, 2:41 to go, and the Bulldogs will take over. Looks like on their own 11-yard line. They're going to give it at the 20-yard line. Trips to the left, single receive to the right, single back, shotgun formation, hands off the right, Rock with the keeper. Schmidt on the tackle, stands him up. And Levi Taylor on the stop. as Townsend, Rock, breaks a tackle, takes it out to the 40-yard line, and 1st and 10 with 2:31 to go as Rock gets out of bounds. 2 receivers to the left. 1 receiver to the right, single back, quarterback shotgun formation, hands it off to Dobbs, runs right up the middle. Stoltz in on the tackle, and Levi Taylor going to bring some of the starters back in for Bigfork. Luke Taylor and Brady Thornus back in for the Vikings. 2 to the right, 1 to the left on receivers. Single back, shotgun formation, snap on the way. He's looking back to pass, pressure on the way, and Rouser taking him down immediately by Luke Taylor. Taylor helps him up, takes it in down 45, down to 44-yard line, and 2nd and 5 for Townsend. Single receiver, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation, snap on the way. Dobbs up the middle, hit and taken down by Randy Stoltz to the 42, and 3rd and 3 for Townsend. They're in hurry-up operation here. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 2 backs. 2 receivers now to the right, single back, shotgun formation. Rock looking to pass, pressure, tries to run up the middle, and is hit as he throws, incomplete. Intended for Geyser, covered there by Clayton Reichenbach, and the pass is short and incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down and 3, and I'm sure this is 4th down territory for the Bulldogs. They have to go for it here. Vikings need a big stop right here, and this ball game is over. Townsend probably going to their big receiver, Rouser. He's out to the left. 2 receivers to the right. Stacked to the left or right. Rouser in, looking for, fakes it to him. Rock with the carry right up the middle, and is hit by Luke Taylor and falls backward. He bricks up about 4 down to the 37-yard line and just gets the 1st down. He needed 3 and got 4, so 1st and 10. To the right, to the left, shotgun formation, snap by Rock. He's looking to throw it, look, pressure, throws it out to the right, caught and hit by Clayton Reichenbach. 17 on 17 as Braxton Spencer catches it. 48 seconds to go, and a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line of Bigfork. 2 to the right. Trips to the right, excuse me. Single receiver to the left, single back, shotgun formation. Rock with a snap, looking to throw. Brady Thornus right there, nearly had him out of his hands. Throws it deep in the end zone, wide open. Somebody missed an assignment there and caught. Somebody missed an assignment and let somebody get behind for Townsend. It looked like number 2, Aaron Geyser, on the catch, wide open. Quarterback sees him as Thornus can't quite get to the quarterback and completes it for the touchdown. 32 seconds to go, and on for the extra point try for Townsend. Is number 55, Nate Heel. Snap on the way. Oh, there's a flag as Schmidt tries to jump and anticipate to try to block it. They're probably not going to move it. They're probably going to decline it. Dead ball, defensive encroachment. Decline. That way the kicker doesn't get any closer than the 10-yard line. So they'll try it again. Snap on the way, gets it down and kicks it. Kick is good. with 32 seconds to go here in this ball game. Townsend pulls within 21-14. Somebody, a safety or a corner, missed an assignment there because he was wide open in the end zone, waving his arms as Rock gets away from Thorness. Thorness nearly got him on the sack. He just throws it up, stands back and catches it for the touchdown. So an onside kick, we know, and the Viking coaching staff knows is coming. They're going to get out their hands team ready to receive this kick. So everybody with the best hands will be lining up just across the 50-yard line. It has to go 10 yards. We'll stay right here with 32 seconds to go. They'll drop one back deep for the Vikings and spread them out. Schmidt back at about the 25-yard line in case they try to pooch it. This is crazy, folks. Number 68, Justin Denton for the onside kick for Townsend. You know it's coming. And the Vikings are ready. Kicks it. And brought down there off the hands of Reichenbach, but Brady Thorness corrals that ball, and right at the 47-yard line, Pat Munson giving me knuckles on that. Basically, the ball game's over. I think the Bulldogs have one timeout left, so all the Vikings have to do is go in victory formation. Don't even need to run a play. Great job there by Brady Thorness to recover that onside kick. So the Vikings will go in victory formation. Takes the snap to Epperly, downs it right at the 45-yard line, and the clock will run. They set it, 25 seconds to run a play. They don't even have to run a play, folks. This game is over. As they're shaking hands out there, hugging each other, giving a high five. A great valiant effort by the Townsend Bulldogs to score that late touchdown. You know, if we kick that field goal, make that field goal, it's a two-possession game, but Townsend never gave up, and we're able to pull it within 21-14. A tough team, and a tough team on the road. Great job by the Vikings to pull it out at the end. One mistake might have cost them. We'll be back momentarily. I'll get your full game stats here from Townsend, Montana. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vows. Thanks for joining me tonight. I'll give you your stats here in just a couple minutes. Your final from Townsend, Montana. It's the Vikings 21, Townsend Bulldogs 14. The Vikings remain unbeaten 6-0. Townsend moves to 3-3 on the season. And a big matchup next week. We'll talk about that here right after the break. All right, back here in Townsend, Montana, the final 21-14. The Vikings win over the Bulldogs. And a great road win against a tough team here in Townsend, Montana. Shout out, I think this is Shelly. Thanks for announcing the game. I think she's listening. I only say that if I could only play Sweet Caroline. You know, That must be Shelley. So shout out to her. Shout out to Jen Schmidt and their family for listening. The Reichenbachs, Jimmy Fant and their family down in Georgia. Who else? The Breviks also listening tonight. Can't thank you enough for listening. I got your full game stats in a great ball game. Of course, the Bulldogs jumped out early on that first drive, scored 7-0, but Bigfork comes back with 2 touchdowns on Randy Stoltz's runs, and then go up 14-7, and then they come out in the third quarter and they score another one, up 21-7. Had a chance to go up even bigger, missed a few plays, and then missed that field goal. It had been 24-7 and a 2-possession game, but turn it over on downs, and Townsend, you know, they just kept playing. Yeah, Shelley says it's her. I can only know by Sweet Caroline. Let's get your full game stats here. So, scoring-wise, we'll go over that. So in the first quarter with 9:25, it was Tyson Rock to Cameron Rouser, their speedster, their state, all-state runner in track. 68 yards for the touchdown. And then Randy Stoltz answers at 4:05 with a 1-yard run on 4th down. Jacob Hurd with the extra point. Then Stoltz answers it again at 9:44 in the second quarter for 24 yards and a touchdown. Jacob Hurd again with the extra point try. In the third quarter with 4:11 to go, it was Epperly. Completes to Luke Schmidt on a 48-yard touchdown pass. Jacob Hurd's extra point was good. And in the fourth quarter, Jacob Hurd just missed that field goal from about 28 yards, wide right. Looked really close from here, but just missed it. And then Tyson Rock passes complete to Aaron Gilson for 26 yards and a touchdown. Nate Hellier was good from number 55 for the extra point 5 try. Your final 21-14. Okay, stats. We'll take a look at Bigfork and look at the stats. Epperly was 16-25 for 215 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Stoltz had 18 rushes, 89 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Luke Taylor 12 for 67. Yeah, Luke Taylor did an awesome job running up the middle when they were keying on Stoltz. Epperly 5 for 9 yards. LaFontaine had 2 carries for 5 yards. Lowered his head, did some great jobs on running when he ran into some guys. Luke Taylor was just a bull up the middle. If you could just see it out here, just imagine him getting the ball. Guys are meeting him at the line, and he's dragging people 5, 10, sometimes 15 yards down the field on some of his runs tonight. Great job there by Luke Taylor. Logan Gager led the way on the defense with 7.5 tackles. Stoltz with 5.5. Abney 4.5, along with LaFontaine with 4.5. Thornus with 3.5. Taylor, both the Taylors had 3 each. Luke Schmidt with 2. Benson with 2. 1.5 by Mischke. Pacheco. Clayton Reichenbach, 1 each, and an assist for Colton, along with Mischke. Should get credit for another one. Jacob Hurd was 3 for 3 on extra points and 0 for 1 on field goal attempts. Reichenbach, 3 punts, 91 yards, 1 inside the 20. Epperly, 1 for 17. Schmidt, punt return, 2 for 9 yards. And on kick returns, Luke had 1 for 31, and Levi Taylor recovered that onside kick earlier, as well as that last onside that was key there by Brady Thornus. Once again, James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikings, live from Townsend, Montana. And we have a final here as the Vikings win this ball game 21-14 and move their way to 6-0, unbeaten, and ranked number 1 in the state. Once again, thanks for joining us tonight. We'll be on again in 2 weeks as we head to Deer Lodge to take on the Wardens. That game time is 7 o'clock. That'll be the last ball game of the regular season. Want to see you at the stadium next week as we host the Loyola Rams on senior night. So come out and see the seniors and cheer them on, as we'll be at home. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow on the broadcast, if you're listening, the Valkyries are in action in volleyball up in Eureka. Eureka Lady Lions will have that broadcast for you here as well. Once again, James LaFontaine saying thank you and have a great night wherever you are. Good night, folks.